Hello, welcome to the Villages, Florida. My name is David. I'm a realtor with Florida Realty Investments, and I can be reached at davidisinflorida@gmail.com. If you're trying to buy a home in the Villages and want to determine what a fair price would be, or you're trying to sell your home at a fair price in a reasonable period of time, please reach out to me at davidisinflorida@gmail.com. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have or about life in the Villages itself. Couple of things to note. First, we produce this show every Monday. Make sure you check the date to ensure you're getting the most recent information. Also, all of this information is drawn from the multiple listing service. It does not include any properties listed on the village's own internal village listing service, the VLS. For that reason, if you are considering buying in the villages, I suggest that you hire two agents, one who gives you access to the VLS listings and the other who gives you access to the MLS listings. If you have only one of those, you won't see all the properties that are available for sale. So, with that out of the way, let's turn to this week's show. First, as usual, we're going to start by taking a look at the 10-year government bond, which most closely tracks the mortgage rates. And you can see the 10-year yield is currently just under 3.77%. This is pretty much where it's been for the last month or so. It's anybody's guess if we're heading higher or lower. I would guess higher. But if we head lower, it would probably be caused by the economy slowing dramatically. So you have to decide what to wish for. So let's take a look now at the village's real estate market itself. These are all listings, which this week number 337. Last week there were 335 listings. Listings range in price from 179,000 to $2.9 million. Here is a look at all listings broken down by price segment. You can see that in the most active price segment, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, this week there are 219 listings. Last week there were 222. The week before, 226. The week before, 224. And the week before that, 238. This probably should be the lead in this week's report. This shows the median listing price per square foot for all listings. And since we started doing this show in April of last year, this is the lowest number that we have seen. We are below $260 a square foot for the median listing price now, and the trend towards lower prices does seem to still be intact. Listing time shows us the median time on the market for all listings. This week it's 45 days, little change from the 47 days that we saw last week. And for the last several weeks, we haven't seen much change. The median time in the market has been hovering around 45 days. And our last look at listings, this is the number and percentage of listings that have been on the market for more than 100 days. 69 out of the 337 listings are older than the 100 days, which is 20%, a slight improvement from the 21% we saw last week. Here's a graph showing us the number of new listings and the number of homes that went pending by week. The blue line is the number of new listings every week, and the amber line is the number of homes that went pending every week. This week, the number of new listings is down slightly from 41 to 39, and the number of homes that went pending is also down from 46 homes going pending 2 weeks ago to 41 homes going pending last week. Here's more detail on the new listings. There were 39 of them, down from 41 last week. New listings range in price from 179,000 to just under 2.7 million. In the most active price segment, the $300,000 to $500,000 range, there were 20 new listings. Last week, 23. The week before, 38. The week before, 17. And the week before, 31. Looking now at pending home sales, this is the price per square foot on the homes that went pending over the last 7 days. Big improvement from 260.81 to 266.91. We are at the higher end of the range, but we've been bouncing between 245 and 265 for 9 months now. Looking now at how long homes were on the market before going pending. Of the homes that went pending in the last 7 days, they were on the market for a median 29 days, up from 24 days the previous 7 day period. Doesn't seem to be much information in this graph. People are still snapping up homes that appear attractively priced. This graph shows us of the homes that went pending over the last 7 days, what the price change from the initial listing price was. Over the last 7 days, we're looking at almost 7% as the median change from the original listing price, a big decrease from the 4.89% decrease we saw 2 weeks ago. We're getting back to the point where sellers are having to face this new market reality. Here we look at homes that sold over the last 7 days. There were 37 compared to only 25 in the previous 7 day period. Houses that sold ranged from just under 178,000 to just under 800,000. A more detailed look at the homes that sold over the last 7 days. The most active price segment, the $300,000 to $500,000 range. Last 7 days saw 22 homes close. Previous 7 saw 13. Previous 7, 26. 7 days before that, 20. And 7 days before that, 25. Here's the price per square foot realized on the homes that sold and closed over the last 7 days, down to $237 a square foot from $251 a square foot last week. It's discouraging seeing this number drop below 240 again, and 230, the previous low, is not that far away now. This shows us how long the homes that sold and closed over the last 7 days were on the market before being taken off the market. 40 days is how long properties that sold over the last 7 days were on the market, compared to only 29 days for the previous period. Here we take a look at how many homes that closed over the last 7 days were on the market for less than 7 days. 4 out of the 37, which is substantially less than we've been seeing recently. Only 11% of properties that sold were taken off the market within 7 days, down from 28% previous period and close to the lowest numbers that we've seen so far. If we look at all listings to get some idea as to how aggressive sellers are being, this graph shows us the percentage of listings that have been reduced from the original asking price, 54.3% of all properties, slightly worse than 54.03% last week. And finally, this shows us what the percentage decrease was. This is the percentage decrease for all listings that have decreased their asking price from the original listing price, a 4.52% decrease from the original listing price, improvement from the 4.78% that we saw last week. So that concludes this week's look at the Villages real estate market. If you're interested in buying a home here and are trying to get a good price, or you're trying to sell your home at a good price in a reasonable period of time, please reach out to me at DavidisinFlorida@gmail.com. Also, if you have any questions about life in the Villages itself, be happy to help you with those. Hope to hear from you. Take care.